I feel like sometimes people need to self-reflect and take a step back from the broad perspective of what their life has been. I believe that there is more to this world that is much greater than myself. The energy and passion to want to do more and create is within me. That is why I quit.
Tonight, we're digging into one of the biggest shakeups in the streamer world. Cenat, the guy who dominated Twitch, broke subscriber records, and built a massive global audience, has just released a video titled "I Quit," and people are freaking out. Some fans think he's quitting streaming for good and walking away from the career that made him a household name. Others are saying he's not quitting streaming at all. Instead, he's using this as a pivot to something much bigger: fashion and personal growth. So what's really going on? In this video, we're going to break down exactly what Kai said, what he meant by "I quit," why fans are confused, and how this could signal a major new chapter for one of the most influential creators on the planet. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about the man at the center of all this drama, Cenat. Kai started streaming on Twitch back in early 2021 and quickly became one of the most watched creators on the platform. In 2023, he pulled off something that few streamers before him ever had, the Mafiathon 3. That was a marathon streaming event where he broke the record for most active paid subscribers in Twitch history. At one point, over 1 million people were subscribed to his channel at once, a milestone that felt almost impossible a few years earlier. Beyond stream numbers, Kai's personality made him a cultural force. He wasn't just playing games, he was hosting events, collaborating with celebrities, pulling pranks, and turning everyday moments into viral content. The world of live streaming culture shifted because of him. But that career, that routine, that world he built hasn't always been smooth. Even when things looked explosive on the outside, in the background, Kai has been wrestling with the pressures that come with being the guy, the top dog in the streaming space. Now with this new "I Quit" video, people are wondering if his era as a streamer is really ending, or if something else is happening. So on January 13th, Kai posted a 23-minute video on his YouTube channel with a pretty dramatic title, "I Quit." And as soon as that dropped, the internet exploded. If you've been online in the last week, you've probably seen clips of that video circulating all over social media, with fans reacting in shock. Some people hit the absolute panic button, thinking Kai was announcing a full retirement. Others saw it as a moment of self-reflection. Some even joked that Kai was just trying to get attention with a clickbait headline. But what he actually talked about in that video was deeper than just quitting Twitch streams. It wasn't "I quit content forever" in the traditional sense. What he expressed was a much more personal message. Because Kai didn't start the video talking about quitting streaming. He started talking about something most of us struggle with: self-doubt and the pressure of expectations. He said things like, "I quit thinking in my head about goals I want to pursue but never chase. And I quit living in that fear of failure that's been holding me back." He wasn't saying he doesn't love his audience or the platform that made him a star. He was saying he's tired of being boxed into one version of himself. In other words, the "I Quit" title was more about quitting a mindset than quitting Twitch. Let's break down the key parts of what Kai said in that video, so there's no confusion. The first part of his message was about self-reflection. Kai admitted that even though he's achieved what most creators only dream of, he still found himself overthinking everything. He talked about being stuck in his head, worrying about goals he hadn't achieved, and feeling boxed into the label of streamer. He didn't say he hates streaming. He didn't say he never wants to go live again. What he said was that he needed to let go of the mental barriers that were stopping him from trying new things and becoming more than just a one-dimensional creator. That's a big deal coming from someone who has spent years performing for millions. Kai explained that this mindset shift was the reason behind the "I quit" phrasing, because he genuinely meant that he was quitting self-doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs that told him he could only be one thing. And right there, right at that moment, you start to see that this wasn't a retirement announcement. It was a transition, a reset. Now here's where the plot twist hits. As the video progresses, Kai reveals what he's actually been working on during his time away from regular streams. It turns out he's been quietly building a clothing brand, and this is a big deal. The brand is called Vivid, which Kai explained in the video with some personal meaning attached to it. To him, it represents creating something that lives long beyond just a moment or a trend. This isn't typical streamer merch. This is a real fashion concept he's been designing and refining for months, even while most of the world thought he was just taking a streaming break. He took fans along on the journey as he spent time in Italy, learning about the fashion process, fabric selection, denim design, and even sewing. He didn't just show up and slap his name on a logo. He wanted to understand the craft, understand the culture, and build something with intention. That's what made the video less shocking once you watched it. It's not about quitting streaming. It's about expanding his identity, and showing the world there's more to him than just live streams and gaming. It's an evolution of his brand. One of the most talked about parts of the video came when Kai opened up on a personal level. He had an emotional conversation with his mother on a beach. No cameras, no audience. Just real talk about life, expectations, and the path ahead. That moment stood out to fans because it showed a side of Kai we don't usually see in his high-energy live streams. This wasn't about clout or hype. This was genuine. Kai confided in his mom about feeling stuck and wanting to explore something bigger than just daily content creation. In that moment, it became clear that his announcement was a reflection of his inner journey as much as a business pivot. For many fans, that scene made the whole "I Quit" video make sense in a way that headlines and social media reaction never could. As soon as the video went live, the internet did what it always does. It exploded. Some fans were supportive and praised Kai for being honest and brave enough to talk about mental health and ambition. They said things like, "This feels like growth, not quitting. I respect him for showing us the real journey." Vivek could actually be big. Others were confused or upset because the video's title suggested something dramatic. There were fans who said, "I thought he was done with streaming forever. That clickbait title threw me off. I want more Kai streams, this is wild." There were even fans who felt misled because they expected a traditional retirement announcement and instead got a philosophical journey and fashion reveal. The mixed reaction shows just how invested and passionate Kai's audience is. They treat every move he makes like it's a major life event. Another eyebrow-raising revelation was that Kai has been quietly uploading content to a secret YouTube channel. This account, separate from his main channel, featured videos documenting his process, his workouts, his speaking skill improvements, and even early fashion experiments in sewing. These uploads aren't about going live every day. They're about growth, skill building, and showing a side of him that fans rarely get to see. This hidden channel suggests that Kai's break from public streaming wasn't a disappearance. It was a creative incubation period. He stayed busy, just not always in the spotlight. That's another clue that what he announced is not the end, but a new beginning. A way of showing his audience who he is when he's learning, struggling, and building something new from the ground up. Because of the dramatic tone of the "I Quit" video, some prominent voices in the streaming community also chimed in with speculation. One of Kai's friends and fellow streamer, Your Rage, made a comment on stream suggesting Kai might be done with streaming or moving into acting or other creative fields. That actually helped fuel the retirement rumors early on, but Kai himself has never said he plans to permanently stop streaming. What he said is that he's changing how he sees goals, how he defines success, and how he wants to spend his time. He's clearly interested in fashion, personal growth, and creative work that goes beyond sitting behind a screen every day. But he's not shutting the door on streaming forever. Instead, he's giving himself room to grow, to explore, and to show the world that there's more to him than just one lane. That's a message a lot of people can relate to, even if they aren't streamers. Kai Cenat's announcement isn't just a personal moment. It has broader implications for streaming culture. For years, content creators like him have been expected to be on 24/7. They stream every day, they engage with fans constantly, and they keep up a persona of non-stop energy and reliability. But Kai's message challenges that mold. By pushing back against self-doubt and expanding into fashion and personal development, he's using his influence to show that creators can be more than entertainers. They can be multifaceted artists and business people. This puts pressure on the narrative that streamers must stream non-stop or lose relevance. Instead, Kai seems to be carving out a model where creative expression can take many forms, from fashion design to introspective content, without abandoning the audience that supported him in the first place. If this shift catches on, it could inspire other large creators to rethink how they balance audience expectations with personal goals. So let's recap. Kai Cenat's "I Quit" video definitely got attention because of the dramatic title. But the message behind it isn't about him quitting streaming forever. It's about quitting self-doubt, fear of failure, and being boxed into one identity. The video served as a mental reset and emotional moment of self-reflection, a fashion brand announcement, a sign of personal growth. His new clothing brand, Vivek, reflects something deeper, a creative ambition that goes beyond live streaming. Kai also showed a more vulnerable side in that video, especially when talking with his family and rethinking what success means to him. And while fans were confused at first, most now see this as a pivot, not an exit. Kai Cenat isn't leaving the spotlight. He's trying to redefine what it means to be a top creator in 2026 and beyond. What do you think about Kai Cenat's "I Quit" video? Do you think this is a smart move into fashion and growth? Or do you miss his live stream energy? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Hit like if you want more updates on this story, and subscribe for more celeb news explained in a way that actually makes sense. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.